Joe, Connor, Mark, Jason. Look at that jumper over there, mate. Swapping fashion for comfort. You are, aren't you? There we go. Look at you. Okay, so what is your biggest challenge? Staff issues. Getting committed employees. Well, there's your problem. They're subbies, aren't they? So you're asking for committed subbies. Very, very difficult to do, and them having the same enthusiasm, morals and qualities. So what you got here, I know exactly the problem, that's why I homed in straight away. Are they subbies or are they employees? So they're always thinking, oh, I'm not completely secure here, so I'm always looking around. So how do you protect yourself from that? Because what you've got to be careful is you don't want to build a profitable job, you want to build a profitable business. What is a profitable business? That's a commercially profitable enterprise that works without you in it. You want to be building an asset. What's an asset? An asset is something that someone wants to buy when you decide to retire. So you're going to get 65 years old or 55 or 45 or 50 and you're going to say, Danielle wants to retire. And you're going to sell the business and they're going to say, okay, can I meet all your employees? Can I meet your management team? What is the asset of the business? You say, well, actually, it's a profitable job, really. So you're going to be buying my job. And these are all my subcontractors. So there's no security in them. They're not actually tupied over. They're just subcontractors. It's also worth bearing in mind, if these people are doing regular work patterns with you, they start getting all the benefits of employees anyway. There is no protection. The biggest thing in your staff is start employing people. Now, you're going to be sitting there thinking, oh no, but I've got the pressure of making sure I meet payroll. I can't just quickly set them. Once these start people working for you for 2 years and got regular hours, even if they're a subcontractor, they still have all the rights of employees. So the reason people take subcontractors on, and believe me, I know entrepreneurs and business owners, I've sat with plenty of them, is because they feel like they're not fully committing, and if anything goes wrong, they can just cut them off. But if you behave like that, then it will always be like that. So you've got to create some stability with them to you to them. In terms of getting great people, how often do you train them? If you want to motivate people, you've got to educate people. How often should you be training people? Every single day. You should be investing 20 minutes bare minimum training every single day. Now you could block up, 2 hours training at the end of the week to get people trained, but it's got to be regular. So I look at some of our businesses. We own a chain of day nurseries. That's a regulated business. Marsh Farm is unregulated, i.e. there's no governing body looking over Marsh Farm. We get to decide what happens. Why are regulated businesses always worth more money? So things like dentists, doctors, healthcare, childcare, they are regulated bodies. The governing body is Ofsted in that situation. So we follow their set of systems and processes. And they insist by law that we have regular training. That's why you always keep people more motivated. So great businesses should be investing in training so much. This is your training. This is your training. This is your CPD, your continual professional development. But you don't have to do it because you're a business owner. When you're a business owner, you decide whether you get any training or not. You've just decided that you should have it. And I guarantee if a business owner reads a book every week, listens to a podcast every week, goes to a seminar at least 10 times a year, they're going to be improving themselves, right? Look, if you're not training, you're not gaining. So if you want to get your people on board, you've got to train them. You've got to train them. If you watch any of my Building the Business or Backstage Business, you'll see in that room next door, we get all our managers in every single month and spend a whole day on training them on the numbers. We get them, crucially gang, out of environment. The reason you guys are going to have a good day of powerful learning today is because you're out of environment. You're not in the office, you're out of environment. This is a strange environment to you. It's not your regular environment. So therefore, your thinking is going to be 10 times better. I think so much better and more clarity for my business on holiday because I'm out of the regular environment. It forced me to think different. So these people are never going to be motivated as subcontractors. They never are. In every organisation I've helped. Is there a question there? Or are you just waving? Find another revenue stream so that you can fill their diaries up. So I had this with the entertainment business. It only worked weekend. So we started doing things during the week. We went to play schools and nurseries to fill up our hours. If the model doesn't work, change it. How can you get multiple revenue streams that folds into the existing business? I had this. My business made 80% of its revenue Saturday and Sunday. You're in Marsh Farm. It makes 80% of its business on 80 days a year. Oh, what do we do about that? We build a day nursery on site. We're talking about building this as an event space. So we've got more revenue streams on our off-peak times. If you don't innovate, you're going to evaporate. So you've got to think of innovative ways of how you can change the business model so that you've got an asset. Most businesses, this is why I talk about, anyone see my content, we talk about profitable jobs and profitable businesses. So we want to build a profitable business. At the moment, you sit in the 80% of businesses, what I call the profitable job camp. It's a profitable job because the model isn't correct. So you've got to get the model correct. With this situation here, what you're giving me there is battle plans. You know, if you see my content, you're just throwing me battles, but you haven't got a war plan. I know you haven't, because you've just said all those things. What does the thing look like when it's finished? We'll do this later in the seminar. You know, what profit do you want to make? What revenue do you want to make? What does your team look like? I don't want to give it all away because we're going to be doing it in a bit, and there's plenty of other people in the room, and this is my problem. I could spend an hour just on you. It's all about model. And I've been fixing models in my businesses my whole career. My children's entertainment business, we then set up an events business where we did bouncy castles. The model was wrong, I couldn't make any money out of it. Now what got you here might not get you there. So you've got here, but where you want to get to there, you might be in the wrong model. You know, my play centre business, 2009, the bloody current sun came out. It just destroyed my business. I couldn't get anyone to come inside. That business relies on rain and cold weather and stuff like that. And they just weren't coming in. So that's why I changed the model to add in day nurseries. Business is a constant process of innovation. So when it comes to interviewing people, if you're an entrepreneur, you're not a big corporate company and you haven't got a big HR team to help you out, you're doing any disc profiling. If I'm losing you already, that means you're not doing it right. At least 4, but probably more. And I'll tell you this again, at least 4, but probably more. That's how many interviews you want to do. And you want to get someone outside the business in one of those interviews to come and censor check you. What you've just told me is the story of many business owners. Oh, we just get them on Indeed and we have a little chat. And if they seem similar to me and they like the same football team, in you go, son, you've got the job. You've got to have a robust recruitment process. It is the failing of so many SME businesses on their recruitment process. I don't trust myself to do any first or second interviews. Any of our day nursery managers, I do the last interview, the third interview. The fourth interview is a presentation to what they're going to do for the business. So they have to do a presentation like this to what they're going to do for the business. That holds them accountable on how good they're going to be for our business. So that's in a management position. Maybe you're not going to do that for, you know, a manufacturing on the floor type person. But you've got to have multiple interviews. You've got to do a personality test, make sure their culture aligns to the business. And if you want them to be better, it comes better. If you're not training from them, you're not gaining from them. Training is not shadowing someone that's been here for 10 years that's got all these bad habits and is toxic to the business and shadowing the new staff for 2 weeks. That's what most businesses do. They go, here's June. She's been here for 15 years. She knows everything, but she bloody hates the place. She'll tell you all the tricks on how you get out early, and if you do this, they will never find out. She's going to be training you. You're going to be shadowing her for 2 weeks. So all of her toxic habits are now going to pass on to you. Off you go, and that's what so many SME business owners are doing. But if you want to be good at marketing online, what doesn't happen is you don't wake up in the morning and go, oh my God, an angel came into my room and made me a marketing genius. Look at me go. You've got to invest into your learning on that. You've got to listen to podcasts on it. You've got to go to seminars on marketing online because I do think it's that important. I think business owners should become family doctors, general practitioners, never surgeons and consultants. So that means you know a little bit about everything, to ask the right questions. Marketing online, the words, making sure we're using the right copy. And all I will tell you, marketing always starts with a headline. It's 80% headline, 20% content. The rest of the world is 80% content, 20% headline. It's all about the frickin' headline. And that headline needs to be pain solving. Even our YouTube videos, Chuds and I will sit there and have a full-on blown conversation, get the whole team involved on what we're going to title this video. Because it is the headlines, the titles, that get people to engage in a business. No one cares that your dad set up the business. No one cares that you've been going for 50 years. They don't give a flying F about any of that stuff. What they care about is the pain solving that you can do for the business. I don't know if you remember the yellow pages, and I've got a copy in my office. It reminds me, like, when you go to 24-hour plumbing, so someone's got, you know, a leak coming through their roof, you know, something like that. You open the yellow pages, it says 24-hour plumber, rapid response, here's the telephone number. It doesn't even say the company name, Because in that situation, you don't care. When you're in pain and you go to the doctor, you know, whoa. How long have you been doing this, sunshine? Can I just see your certificate of university graduation? Where do you live? How long have you been here? Who taught you? Who cares about that stuff? They care about pain solving, and then they'll look into that stuff if they've got to make a decision. It's your ego as business owners that get in the way of really poor marketing. We've been around since this long. I've got these little letters under my name. The crooks that always rip people off are the ones that are great marketeers. The best builder, the builder that comes around, does your house up, and then lets you, rips you off, and because they haven't done a very good job. It's only afterwards that you find out they're dodgy and not really an expertise, but they've marketed you so good. So marketing online, read some more books on it, go to seminars on it, come to our marketing masterclass seminar, another flight, see James B, do your deal. So what you do in there is content, not headline again. So you can, this is what this vehicle, people, if you want to get more sales, you need a really good generic video that solves people's pain. Then when people go, yeah, I'd like this for my car, then they want the intricate detail. But online, you need to have the pain solving problem. It's 30, 40, 50 seconds long. You've got to wow people, not how people. And that's what everyone wants to do. Well, how you? How to? No, they want to be wowed. They don't want to find out, how they're going to lose weight. They want to be wowed on they're going to lose weight quickly, eating all the foods they want and all the impossible stuff. One of the best headlines that I've ever seen on the internet is one of these, lose 3 stone with no exercise, eating all the food you love. Yeah, I'm in. Tell me how I'm going to do that. And it's, you still want to, is it possible? Is there some, and that's what, newspapers, when they say, the Daily Mirror and the Daily Express are the worst at it, but I know what they're doing. They grab me in, they go, yeah, 6 inches of snow due this weekend, roads are going to be chaos. I'm like, what? Whoa, storm coming in. Yeah, the Met Office says it might happen. But they've got you in, haven't they? Then they can cookie you, and they know that you fall for these stupid headlines. So, well, number one, the big rule is you need to be. So it sounds like you're the managing director, operator of your business. The mindset that you need to be is, how can I be the marketeer of being an osteopath, and not the operator of being an osteopath? I mean, that's the absolute rule of growing a business. I'm just saying, I can't remember what an osteopath does. That's a problem. It's like a bit like this, a bit like that. So when people say, so you watch the headline for your business, why do people go to you? So you need to market, have you got back pain? We can solve it. 100% guarantee, money back if we can't, something like that. Create Facebook ads around that. And do lookalike audiences on Facebook, other people that have clicked on that stuff, but keep it within the areas you operate out of. Don't say osteopath, because I think it didn't actually, I don't think osteopath. Now, if I have regular back person pain problems, that I know that's what I need, but on the first pain, I might need to just go and see someone once. So think about that headline. Have you got back pain? We will solve it. If we don't, then we won't charge you, because I suppose you're a genuine business and you genuinely want to solve the problem. You're out of the business today learning, getting a different feel for stuff. But literally, I've invested tens of thousands of pounds in my own training. I've flown to America to go to seminars more than 3 times. You don't wake up knowing this stuff. I'm reading this book at the moment. So I do think there is, my belief is, if some people have some base talent, base DNA, and then you should put practice on that to become outstanding. You look at someone like Tiger Woods, or Usain Bolt, and so I would say that guy has got a base DNA, or those guys have got base DNA talent for greatness, and then they've put a huge amount of practice on to become world class. So David Beckham must have had base talent, meets Alex Ferguson makes him world class. You understand that theory that I'm talking about here? There's got to be some base talent. That is my gut instinct and feeling and belief. So I'm reading this book at the moment called Bounce. Has anyone read Bounce or listened to Bounce? It's about this Olympian tabletop player, and he is challenging my thinking. He thinks that everyone could be world class with just enough practice and with enough circumstances. He says if people get invested 10,000 hours of practice into anything, they will become world class. Most people are just not training and having enough practice on stuff. It's a really good audio book. The guy reads it, it's fantastic. So maybe on your way back, get yourself an Audible and listen to it. There's a great message for business owners that I just don't think, like, you know, one of those 26 people could be an amazing manager, probably a better manager than you. Because if you're serious about growing this business, you've got to be, in effect, think of yourself not as MD, but as Chief Marketing Officer. Because the business owner should be looking for opportunities, going after them. They should be getting customers pros. Walt Disney, Steve Jobs, Richard Branson, they spend more time, or they have spent more time on marketing than any other part of the business. If you want to grow your business, you've got to see yourself as a marketeer of your thing rather than an operator of your thing. You want to be 80% growing the business, marketing the business, 20% operating. What I try and do, all the people that I've coached, people ask me, like, you know, how we've grown our business, and we've had some real tough times and how we've worked things out. It's the process of E plus M equals S. So entrepreneurship plus management equals success. You know, there has to be an entrepreneur and there has to be a manager, the yin and the yang in an organisation for it to be successful.